for this fragment, and you see all the things you would expect here. You see lots of cameras with animations. You see the frames. So those are the character frames that we that show up in this fragment. I mean, this is part also of the customization we were able to do, because the timeline code is available, so we could just add our own stuff to that, so we can actually see the server's thumbnails in the timeline. So we have all the different characters. We have Jim there, Michelle. We got little Zeus here as well. And let me just close this one. Then we have the audio. So here you see the different characters, and you see their VO coming in, other animations, the visual effects, some in-game text. There's some text on the top that be actually, if I show the game window. So in this case, I haven't loaded the environment, so it will just, you see the characters against the blue background.
Yeah.
If I just load the environment, there you go. You actually see them in a proper place. So this here on the top, this Route 66 Arizona. This is the in-game text. And those are a couple of things that we add on the timeline. There's a lot of stuff that Maze team actually use on the timelines. So this is the Cinemachine workflow, where the virtual camera controls basically where the actual camera moves. So every episode has just one camera, and the Cinemachine, the virtual cameras on the timeline just control where that goes all the time. And I can have some other
scene view as you scrub through it.
Oh yes,
so you can see it visually.
I think the game view is best to see, right?
Perfect. Yeah.
So yeah, you can see here. There's little Zeus.
Jesse.
Yeah.
This is Ron dog.
So cute.
Yeah, this is actually my dog.
No, really?
Playing this character. Yeah.
You have to bring him on stream.
I'll bring her in a second.
Yeah. When we come back from break. Yeah.
Yeah. So here we have one camera. Then you switch to the other camera. You can see that the switch in the view aligns with this switch here, etc. And you go.
Amazing.
Etc. And in here you see, so these tracks are all just animations for the different cameras. And then we close that group. So then we have the frames, which I already mentioned, which is just all the character images. So
right.
If I click on them, I can see the original image here and loads of additional data, the unique ID, some tags. So this is Jim. He is smoking. It's medium distance, all that kind of stuff, which helps us manage all the shot frames. So that's the.
And is that just for locating the frames, essentially, those tags?
Yeah, to locate them, to organize the work, and also for reuse potentially, right? If you need an image of Jim, a medium distance smoking somewhere, then those tags help you find them in the, as we said, 15,000 frames we have. You don't want to just search that by visuals, right?
Absolutely. And I love that you added the thumbnails there as like little thumbnails to represent what the image is.
Yeah, that makes it a lot easier to find what's going on in the scene. So these whole tracks basically are custom tracks that we added.
Nice.
Specifically for this.
Gonna have
some
to show
notes.
that to the timeline team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These notes, they're muted now, but those were notes added at the start as indications for the cinematics team, or sometimes also for the user test. If something we can't put in yet, but we just do a text description of something that's going on here, or some descriptions or helpful notes from the script for the cinematics team, they can be added here, so they know more details about what to do. So audio, we have the VO, as already mentioned. So these are just triggers that have an ID, and they give you the English text, and the length is adjusted to the English VO file. But when we run the game, we automatically, instead of the English version, we take whatever language you're playing in. I think we got 11 languages in total for VO, and more for subtitles. So this clip actually triggers the audio as well as a subtitle. Game. Then we have Foley, sound effects, atmospherics, the usual components of audio, music. In this case, well, I'm not saying there's no music here, but there's no state changes.
Right.
So music doesn't have triggers to trigger the specific audio, but they change states, and it's all done in Wwise by the audio team to control the atmospheric.
Or might it change depending on like a decision you make or something? The music could change.
Definitely.
very cool.
That could. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we have loads of animations. So there's a door opening here. There's the reception bell. Some wagons. Oh, it's a train. There's a train in the background. Let me see if I.
Yeah, I think it's a wide shot.
Yeah, there in the distance you see the train going by.
Hi.
So this is all the tracks of the animation of that train.
Nice.
This was the door. Yeah, that's that door behind Ash. Loads of animations going on here. On top of the animations that we do in the actual scene right here, we have something that we call the environment animation system. And that is something you can apply on objects in the environment, like this door, for instance, where you can say in the timeline here what state to change it to, like from open to closed, etc. So that based on the decisions that you make, that it's still in the right state later on, because it's really hard to keep track of that. So we built a system on top of that, basically, to allow consistency of states of animated objects. In-game text, we already showed it a little bit, right? There was the
location.
Yeah, exactly. The location here at the start. There we go. And we got some other in-game text as well. There's a pager at some point where you can see the text coming in on screen. And well, I won't give away all the other stuff that's there.
Yeah.
Some visual effects. This is some dust. So there must be some dust on screen somewhere. There we go. Yeah, I saw it. There you go. There's some dust here. Right. And some other.
A lot of layers. Incredible.
Yeah, loads of stuff. So the flashback capture, as I mentioned, so apparently over here, this little bit we capture as a flashback, so that's used later in the game.
Yeah, hopefully in the last episode 6. Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Closed caption. So apparently there is something here which I don't know what it is. But
the TV maybe.
Yeah, it's the TV playing.
Oh, I see.
So this is just a subtitle clip, basically telling it to show that the TV audio is playing for people with closed caption. The Polaroid I mentioned, so we're capturing a Polaroid over here. Probably at the start, right? Yeah, of this image. So if we go to the story tree, you probably see this image somewhere. No, sorry, I just wanted to actually go back to this, because this was the original question about the different levels of the remember?
I remember.
But
first, I want to say, like, I've done a lot of these interviews, and this is the most extensive use of timeline I've seen. Honestly, it's really impressive to see essentially the whole game running on timeline, and the way you've customized it to work for your specific workflow. It's fascinating.
Yeah, that's what you get with a narrative game.
Yeah, that's what you get. Exactly.